So I'm going to get my spider now. I've got a really dry brush. It's actually not as dry as I want it to be. I'm really going to dry it. There we go. How's that? Yeah, that's better. And I'm just going to give him a sort of a little tickle. And it's sort of like a flick. A flick and a tickle. And I'm doing it. Oh, I'm dabbling it now. So I'm trying to, all these sort of pools and blobs and, oh gosh, that's a bit white. I'm working them in with this doubling technique. I don't know if you'll find doubling in any of the textbooks, but what it's doing is it's taking out the paint where I don't want it, but it's not completely removing the effect. So now let's do it on the little baby spider. So like here on his back, look, that's a proper too big. We'll take it all the way around, we'll just blob it and pat it and mark it with B and put it in the oven for baby and me. Okay, I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm picking up all the spare paint, which will also mean it'll dry quicker. I'm going to pat it. What's bosh? Some of that. Bosh. Pat, 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 pat. Yeah, I find it helpful if you make the noises. There we go. Pat, 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 pat the cake, baker's man. Right. Now, because I've left it on for a little while, I don't. You might detect a cut in the film. That's not me turning it off so I can cheat and go. That's because I knocked the camera over and nearly did it again then. So now, with my paper towel, I'm going over and getting it to feel a bit drier. Okay, now I'm going to do the big spider. Oh, yeah, good. Pressing it right in, well hard. I'm starting to like those legs. I don't want to sort of lose my legs, if you pardon the expression. Yeah, I don't think it's okay. So my next coat is going to be, I'm going to introduce some leather to this scenario, and I'm using a new dry brush because I want to start reducing the moisture content now. Now, if you've got loads of time and you're painting on your own, you don't need to worry about all these stages, because I'm sort of trying to do it live for you, which means I deny myself the drying time that you're going to have. Do you know what I mean? The reason why I'm introducing the leather is that I like the contrast with the sort of fur. I think a lot of these wargaming leathers translate nicely in small quantities into sort of fur. Yeah, it's looking good. He's probably got a big white patch on his bum. Let's have a go over here again. I'm looking for bits that I think, nah, I don't like that. You know what I mean? So I've done that. That's all I'm going to do there. I'm beginning to think that I'm losing definition on my big airy body in the middle. So I'm going back to the ink, and this will shock you. I'm doing that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. In fact, on him, have some more, and I'm going to let it run. In fact, on this big lad, I'm going to put it down his back as well. There you go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't care. I don't care. You're a bit of a dab. So anyway, like it's pooling, really. It's pooling round these spiny Normans, but I like it doing that. I don't know what that's doing down my money box. That's painted. I painted the furniture. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to now. I'm thinking about, he's got like a lot of speckles in there that are showing through, but they're not. I can't decide what to do with them. I know what to do with his face. I've got an idea about his face. Don't know what to do about them. I've got lots more brown. I'm wondering now about coming back to the bone. Back to the bone. Back to the bone. I've got a soggy paper towel. Trouble is, I'm running out of paper towel. I haven't got much. Got some blobs. Bob off some blobs. Bob, 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 bob. Now this is back to me bone colour, so I'm gonna again. I'm just gonna do it. What I'm trying to do is to give the impression that in between the joints there is a far bonier area. I'm leaving the joints alone. Now you might have a favourite way, famous whatever. I don't know. You might have a favourite way of painting these sorts of things. You might be a good painter. If you are, I'm guessing you're not watching this, so forget that. You're not here even, are you? This is for us, wibbly wobbly handed. I can't do the fancy painting. I'd like a nice effect, please. There we go. Oh, that's what I've done there. Not smudged it because I have wobbly hands. I might have mentioned it. Going back to my slightly drier brush, and I'm going to just get rid of that by feeding it into there, but I haven't done it so much that I've lost it, because it's giving me a sense of light hitting the creature. So again, it's that patchy natural effect that I wanted. I don't want it to be perfect. It's a spider. It's not a work of art. I was trying to work out what to do with the body. I'm wondering if I go for... I'm going to try something like Scrag Brown. Now, there's no plan here. Don't sit there and think, oh, it's not like Bob Ross puts all his watercolour colours on the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking at it, and as I'm looking, I'm thinking, I don't know what goes there. Something's missing. There's something wrong. I'm not all there. There's something missing. I do a little dude as well. Whatever I do on the big dude, I'm going to do a version of on the little dude. Yeah, well, it's changed it. It's made it something. It's like it's a bit tan, really. Now I'm going to go, let's try, I've got two colours here. I want the one that's darker. I think it's this one. XV88 base, it says. It's just going to be some sort of dry gunk. Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, right. So, what do you do in there when everything's wet? Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't done as much of that as I thought I might. I'm wondering now about looking for some detail. Yeah, I might look for some detail. In which case, I sort of wish I'd chosen a little teeny weeny brush. I've got me. I'm going to dip behind this curtain for a sec and get a teeny weeny brush. Yeah, that's just teeny weeny. It's there's teeny weeny and there's mental. Look at that. Now I'm wondering about giving him some eyes. And I'm going to do his eyes. I don't know now. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do his eyes to start with. Yellow. And I might go sort of luminous green on him, on his ass. I might not. I haven't decided yet. So this is Man with Parkinson's, tiny brush, trying to paint an eye. What I have to do, I let my hand wobble close to the figure. And when I think I'm there, I do that. Now, that's not quite perfect, but you know what? That might be as good as it gets. My tongue's sticking out. Oh. Come on. No. You know, you older watchers, you remember the Golden Shot? Bob Monkhouse. I used to have a blindfolded contestant with a crossbow, which this is hard. You know, it really hurts as well. It's physically quite painful. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that's a very good one. Right, where are your eyes, you little beggar? Well, if his eyes are there, surely your eyes must be round there somewhere. He's going to have gazillions of eyes. While I'm on a roll. Oh, I've got yellow on his legs. Not to worry, that's gone. Woof. Flipping heck, I feel like I need to lie down. What about, here's an idea. I've just thought of this. I've got some really super bright, pale flesh from Foundry. I'm shaking it up. That's one thing I am good at. If you ever want a cocktail shaking, I'm your man. So I've shook it up. I wonder, well, I've got this little thin brush. What does that look like? Oh, that might be quite nice. On these sort of claws. I never try, even on historic type figures, I never try and paint neatly. My figures, because I can't, so there's no point me trying. My figures all look like they've been to war. And I'm guessing I can't even see the backs of them, so I'm just having a random pop where I think they might be. And let us now, well, we're not committed to that, but let's use that for maybe where the light's hitting it. And leave the other colour on as well to give us a bit of interest. And I suppose the other thing I would say is painting figures is meant to be fun. Whether you're 6, 96, whether you've got Parkinson's or some other ailment, it's not, we're not entering Golden Demon contests, are we? We're just having a laugh. And paint for yourself. I mean, even in the sort of world of fine art, wasn't it, Marcel Duchamp and the Dadaists? If an artist tells you it's art, then it's art. It's nobody's business but yours. So I don't like art competitions and things. Because you've got people there judging art, telling you it's good or bad. None of their business. But I suppose if you enter a competition, you want to got yourself to blame, haven't you? Let's have a... Imagine there's some light into these individual appendages. I've just noticed on this one, the little one, he's got like sort of floating about antenna, which I'm not going to do with this sort of bony. If you can see them there, I might do them black. He's not got them, that lad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some black on him, if I can find me black. That's a good question. Where's me black? I've got it somewhere. I put everything in. I organised everything, and now I don't know where anything is. There we are. That's me black. Bash. Cupboard door opening and shutting. So get some black. Might as well use this thin brush as I've got it. Oh, it's this little lad, isn't it? Hang on. So that's going to go on there. Struggling now, the old hands are wobbling. that. How are we looking? Right, I've got to sort it out there. So what I tend to do now, I'm looking at this figure and I'm thinking, yeah, there's a lot of mistakes. I've got black smudged on the little teeny weeny one, and I've got some seriously dodgy eyes on that one. So I'm going to risk, as you do, a bit of red. Lift it up, you know. Give it a bit of a fillip. Here we go again. Oh, I'll buy that. Oh, I'll buy that. Buy that. Buy that. I'll buy that. I thought just about it. But you know what? I could not care less. Hang on. I've got a dribble. I'm dribbling. It's the sign of my age. Random red dots. I didn't even try and go. I just randomly blobbed things. I'm wondering about the end of them. Yeah, okay. So, right. Okay, what I need now is to make all the joints and mistakes stand out. Not hide them. I'm going to try and make them stand out. And I'm going to stick with the little teeny weeny brush, which I wished I'd had earlier on, because I feel like I lied to you. I didn't intend to. I just didn't know where we were going with this. So I'm trying now to get into the joints. I'm not doing a lot. I'm just trying to sort of hit them. I can't afford to faff around. My hand won't stay there long enough. So I have to be in, out, put the kettle on. And I'm not sure how these are going to look. My hope is that they all look a bit different. Not worried about that just yet. Go around here. Go in there. Some were better than others. The earlier ones had a better, it was a better effort. That's slightly less successful. But I'm not going to worry about it. What about if I put... Oh yeah, that sort of helped. I've gone up there and I didn't mean to. Okay. Then I'm going to come onto his back again. And I'm going to use the ink because I like the hair. Whoops. Feed that down there. So I've only put a bit on the top, and then I'm using the really thin brush to feed it down, trying to get my hair sand out a bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's doing that. I could do lots of things like to spines and so on, but I'm not sure I want to, really. I think as well, this needs more. I think that's losing definition. How are you looking, lads? Okay, let's have a look at the little fella. And put that on your spiny Normans. Cross there, cross there, cross there, cross there. Got loads of black in here. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna hide it, he said optimistically. And then I'm gonna, let's get the browns back here, looking for fur. And I've got a big puddle of paint, ink and paint under here, so I might as well use it. Now, I always say to people who are skeptical perhaps about using ink, when your figure gets to that stage, go and have a brew. Leave him there for a bit and let the ink do its job. And so that's what we're going to do. We are going to have a pause now until it's completely dry, and then I'm going to do the next bit. Okay. Short pause.